So here it is, Philly 500. If you want this strap, come and get it. But here's the deal. If the Eagles win, I'll box this bad boy up, everything. And I will send it to your Vavilla. And you can have it as you will. This thing travels. And it still speaks volumes when it gets to its destination. Little baby dog whistle. But here's what I want. You see, if you're going to take everything from me, I'm going to take everything from you. I want ownership of your channel for 1 full week. You are allowed to stream the game after the Giants next Sunday, but from Monday through next Saturday, I will have ownership of the Philly 500 channel.
You want this channel? You can't handle this channel.
You want a war? You're gonna get one.
What was that? He had enough time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
only Cowboys game.
You
The brother
literally.
screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. Odell Beckham Jr. What's up with him? Odell Beckham Jr. He's still out there, and now we're getting reports of, watch the Eagles. They could come in and snag him. For what? Why would we want him? And the 21-day window has been activated for Avonte Maddox. That's what I'm talking about. And Pizzle, dang, I'm disappointed in you. Of all the people, of all the things you could do, you're trying to cancel Philly 500? What is wrong with you? Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. You definitely don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Now, I got some business I got to deal with before we talk about the Eagles. And I know there are people who always comment, I don't want to hear about all that other stuff, just want to hear the Eagles stuff. I will have a link in the description, a timestamp rather, in the description for you to fast forward over this part and go right to the Eagles stuff. But I got some business to take care of with Capizzle. You see, I understand Capizzle. I know how Capizzle thinks. I know what he's doing. Okay? He thinks that he is going to scare Philly 500 off of that belt by making such a ridiculous bet offer. Something that is completely unfair. You ever notice that when these bets occur, that Philly 500 always has to put out more than everybody else? Because everybody else is scared. They're scared. Okay? And Philly 500 ain't afraid of war. I ain't afraid to go to war. Because let me tell you, I just fought Major League Baseball. And I won. They copyrighted me for no reason. I got a copyright strike, couldn't stream for a week. But I fought it. I went to battle. I did this. I countered and punched. The babyface assassin went to war with Major League Baseball and they folded. The strike was removed because they couldn't prove I did anything wrong. So I'm a fighter. I'm always fighting because I'm always trying to be canceled. You would have no idea how that happens, and it does a lot. But Philly 500 is a fighter. And, you know, I don't mind fighting. I don't mind doing battles. But it'd be nice if we had a fair exchange of bets. What is Pizzle putting up? He's putting up a belt. Now, it's a nice belt. Shiny belt. I like it. Okay? Shut up, cats. I'm talking over here. You know, shiny belt. It's nice. But He didn't pay for it. Somebody sent it to him. Why did somebody send it to him? I'll tell you why. Because Pizzle was sad like a little baby that Michael Anthony, Where's the Fitness, wouldn't put up his raggedy ass belt. So somebody sent it to make him feel better. And what is Pizzle now going to do? He's going to put up that belt that cost him nothing. And what does he want from me? He wants Philly 500 to put up his channel for a week. He wants complete control of my channel. From Monday to Saturday, Philly 500 is gone. Gone. I can't do nothing. He's going to have complete control to do God knows what. Now, listen. This YouTube thing has become a good part-time job for me. A good part-time job. It's money. It's Christmas. Okay? He wants me to put up a week's worth of salary for something he didn't even pay for. He didn't even pay for it. Does that sound fair? But why did he do it? Because he thought that it was such a great ask that Philly 500 would never do it. But it ain't about Philly 500. What about my kids? Huh? What about my kids, Pizzle? It's Christmas. It's Christmas, and you want to take things and money out of their sight. You want to take food off their table. I got kids. I got a wife. And you want to take that from me? Money from me that I need for Christmas? Who the hell do you think you are? That pisses me off. And what about the rest of Dingbat Nation? The thousands and thousands of people out there who are sweet on this face, who come here because they need to see what a good-looking man looks like. What about all those young men that don't know how to speak to women because they've never been out of their house? They've never talked to a woman that come to Philly 500, and Philly 500 explains. You gotta go up to her and say, hey, yo! Hey, baby! This body was made to give you pleasure. What about them? What about all the families that I've created? What about all the women that come to look at Philly 500 because he's sweet on the eyes? He looks like Denzel Washington. What about all those women that won't be able to see me, won't be able to look and say, I can have a man like that. It is possible one day. And then want to learn all the things that men want. You know, the loyalty and how to make a sandwich and stirring the gravy and all the good things that come with it. A dustpan, a broom, all the good things. What about them? You're asking a lot of me, of my channel's subscribers, everybody. Listen, people are sweet on the eyes. I'm a good-looking man. What can I say? You know, so it's like, why do I always get these bets? Why do people always want more than they're offering? Because they think Philly 500 will back down. And there's no way I should take this bet. I shouldn't take this bet. It's not fair. It's not fair. But like my bookie once said, Vinny Bag of Donuts, scared money don't win. Scared money don't win. Something to it. And plus, it's Christmas time. If John McClane can go save the day off a building, Nakatomi, mother humpers, Nakatomi, then Philly 500 can do what's right for the people. I think Dingbat Nation understands what's coming. I think Dingbat Nation understands this has to be done. Not just because of the belt, but because Pizzle needs to be put back in the bayou. So I'm going to say this, Pizzle. I accept your bet. Unconditionally, unreservedly, unflammationably, whatever you want to call it. I accept your bet unconditional. You aren't scaring me off. I'm coming for you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, Pizzle, bet accepted. Mother humper. Alright, I'm glad I got that off my chest. I feel so much better now. And if you fast forwarded through it and you're meeting me here, welcome and thank you for sticking with me. Now, we got some interesting things going on today. We got a rumor that I'm going to address. I don't think it's a big deal. And then, of course, we do got a big deal in that Avonte Maddox could be coming back, okay? But before we get into Avonte Maddox, let's talk about Odell Beckham Jr. Because I think this is kind of ridiculous. I think this is something that isn't going to happen. And I got to be honest with you, it's not something that I particularly want. I really don't want it because I really don't think it's going to help. But there's a lot of speculation, and a lot of it comes from Pro Football Talk and Mike Florio talking about the potential of Odell Beckham Jr. going to Philadelphia, that a team is going to come up and kind of steal him, somebody out of left field. This is what he said. He said, last year when Odell Beckham Jr. free agency sputtered, we said, watch the Rams. As this year, Odell Beckham Jr.'s free agency is sputtering, I'll say this, watch the Eagles. Now, what's he talking about in terms of sputtering? Well, he made his visits with the Giants. He made his visits with Buffalo. He went to Dallas, was, I guess, the Mavericks game, and everybody was watching. And then when he left, some interesting things happened. There were some things leaked out, presumably by the Dallas Cowboys, talking about how his knee may not be ready for this year. He may not be ready for this year, and things like that, and he's not ready to play football. Why would you do that if you're the Dallas Cowboys? Why would you do that? And if I was Odell Beckham Jr., that would piss me off. That would piss me off greatly, okay, to the point where I'm like, nah, I ain't going to play for you guys. How dare you do that to me? Matter of fact, I'm going to go seek out your rivals. I'm going to either go to the Giants or I'm going to call the Eagles up. Okay, and that's what could happen. Now, maybe Jerry Jones, happy birthday to him. He is 1,091 years old today. So maybe he, being that he's been alive for so long, since the sun was created, that maybe this is a negotiation ploy. I don't know. But there is a lot of speculation, or this speculation from Pro Football Talk that he could come to the Eagles, that it's possible to come to the Eagles. My thoughts on it are this. If you want to sign him to a deal next year, cheap, okay, that would interest me way more. But I like the receivers we have. Even if Quez Watkins was to miss some time and we have Zach Pascal, I think we're good. I think we're good with what we have. I don't think Odell Beckham Jr., and I say this about the Cowboys, I'm going to say this about the Giants, wherever he goes, I don't think he's really going to help you this year. He's less than a year removed from an ACL injury. He's not going to come in and really be effective. It's going to take him a full year. He's more valuable next year. More valuable next year. If I was Odell Beckham Jr., I would probably just not play this year, take off, and then get ready and come back 110% in August. I don't think Odell's going to help a team as much as they think he can this year. That goes for the Cowboys, that goes for the Eagles, and that goes for whoever. But I don't know what's going on with him in Dallas, but I think what happened in Dallas and how he left is creating speculation of maybe a team like the Eagles would come up and get him. I don't see why the Eagles would do that. I don't think they need to do it. And I say stay away from him. That's just my opinion. Now that I said that, they'll probably go sign him. That's what they do. Also, Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox looks like he's going to come back. Now this is important. Now this is valuable. Now this is what I want to hear, okay? Aaron Wilson says, Eagles opened the 21-day practice window for Avonte Maddox, and then they signed Marvin Wilson and Roderick Johnson to the practice squad. Don't know who those two guys are. Don't expect them to be around long. But Avonte Maddox coming back or being activated is a big deal. My personal expectations is he's going to play this weekend. Okay, now I think the Eagles have a practice/walkthrough tomorrow, so we'll get to see more. But hopefully he plays, and I think if you put Avonte Maddox back on the field, especially, I'm sure he'll be limited snap-wise, but if you put him in certain situations, important downs on the field, if he plays selective, limited snaps, it's a big upgrade because, look, Slay's a Pro Bowl corner, Bradbury's a Pro Bowl corner, and I think Avonte Maddox is a Pro Bowl caliber corner. So Josiah Scott has been picked on the last 4 weeks, okay? You can put Avonte Maddox back in. It's going to be huge, especially against the Giants passing game, which I'm not scared of. So Avonte Maddox coming back is absolutely huge. I'm very excited about it. And listen, we're going to see how this whole thing turns out. But I expect Avonte Maddox to play this weekend. I expect the following weekend to get Dallas Goedert back. They'll get Goedert will get 1 game in. Avonte will get 2 games in before the big matchup for the division in Dallas. So, listen, things are going perfectly. They're going way better than we could ever hope for the Eagles. And all they got to do is take care of their business, be ready to play. If the Eagles come ready to play on Sunday, the Giants don't have a chance in hell. Okay, but but things always get weird in the NFC East, so you never know. It's going to be interesting. With that said, hopefully I will be back later. Take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it is Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. So the bet is confirmed. It is confirmed. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through with it. Philly 500 has no choice. A man's got to be a man. A man's got to be able to take risks. A man has got to do what he's got to do. And if I lose, I'm going to man up, give the control to my channel, and go sit somewhere in a dark room and hide out for a week until I can come back out and stream the Eagles. But to me, this bet has to be done. It has to be done. And who else better to step up than Philly 500? Denzel Washington out.